Hawk, man, it's nice to see you. Thanks for the time. Let's talk about the HBCU Swingman Classic tonight and how exciting it must be for you, because this has been a passion project of yours for a while, getting these kids' attention. Talk about your mindset heading into the night tonight.
Well, Matt, being a product, of course, of an HBCU school, yes, obviously I'm very enthused about this Ken Griffey Jr.'s project. And he extended the invitation to me to be a part of it. I look forward to it. We had some fun and exciting times yesterday with the kids, the student athletes. I like to call them young men in the batting cages. They're excited about it. And this is a historic event, the very first Swingman All-Star baseball game. These kids are going to really, I think, I have bragging rights now, being the first to play in this event, and it's going to be quite the experience for them.
You've got some of your fellow Florida AM alum on these coaching staffs. I see a list here: Vince Coleman, Marquise Grissom. I know that Hal McRae's not a coach tonight, but he's a Florida AM alum. How active are you in the program, and do you see the kind of bubbling talent down there that we're all led to believe exists at these schools?
Well, I am a part of the alumni baseball group that we try to lend as much support as we can to the program itself. And they're sort of trending upwards when it comes to the talent that they're bringing in. They won the SWAC, well, they won their division this year. And I came up a little bit short against a Power 5 powerhouse, and that's the University of Florida. We lost the College World Series. But the program is, again, trending in an upward direction. And being a part of that alumni, our aim is to make sure that we could make it as successful as possible.
I mean, you're a part of so many alumni groups, of course, the most distinguished being an active Hall of Famer. I know you went back to the ceremony last year, and I'm sure you try to attend as many of those looking forward as you can. What's the experience like? You've been in the club now for the better part of a decade. You were the class of 2010. What's it like going back there as one of the active Hall of Famers to welcome in the new class?
Well, after you've gone in and you've gone through everything as a new inductee, it begins to get a little more peaceful and serene for you. You just enjoy the festivities of the weekend. And I look forward to going back and supporting the new class. It's such an elite group, and each and every individual has sort of a different story in itself. But yes, I always look forward to going back, and with Scott Rowland, Fred McGriff going in this year, I look forward to being an exciting weekend again.
I know that you and Fred are friendly. I'm wondering, does a new inductee get hazed by the incumbents? Are you going to take Fred out and dress him up in a weird costume and things like that before induction day?
No, you don't get too much hazing. In my case, I got razzed a little bit by Frank Robinson because for whatever reason, we were on the elevator at the same time on about 3 or 4 different occasions. And I can remember the first day he made a comment to me. He said, "You're not in the Hall of Fame yet." And of course, you don't respond at all. You just look at him graciously and you smile. And then on another occasion in the elevator, he said, it's getting close. And obviously, you do the same thing. And like I say, I don't know why we happen to be in the elevator alone on those occasions. But finally, he says to me, "Congratulations, you made it." And it's just all of the guys, it's such a welcoming weekend, and they didn't haze me. But the one thing they did say to me as I was about to deliver my Hall of Fame speech, they were taking bets with each other how long it would be before I would break down up there. And that just motivated me to deliver my speech and get through it.
It kept you stone-faced, I bet. You know, looking back at the speech, because Hall of Famers that I've had a chance to visit with, there's a lot of pressure in that because you don't want to leave anybody out, but you only have a certain number of time and a fixed number of words, I would imagine. Is there anything looking back now, 13 years later, that you'd change or anybody else you'd want to include?
Well, as you said, you can't include everyone. And for me, obviously, I started my speech right after I got the call when I went to the National Press Conference in New York. I started on the speech, and it took me the most of a couple of months to complete. I tinkered with it up until actually the ceremony itself. And the one thing I just obviously tried to do, I wanted to dedicate it to both my mother and my grandmother who had passed on and wasn't going to be there to witness that moment. But it's, you're given 20 minutes and you can't really say what you really want or would like to say in those 20 minutes, but you try and break it down and make sure you say what's most important. And for me, that was the way I wanted to deliver the speech itself, and that was to say the things that I felt was important because I played 20 years, and being that it was a childhood dream and not really playing the game itself to make it accomplish Hall of Fame status, but I just make sure that I include all those who were instrumental and a big and viable part of my getting to that point in my life.
Packing 20 years into 20 minutes. I mean, just one minute per year, not enough time. We don't have enough time with you either, Hawk. We appreciate the visit today. We could go on and on. I know everybody involved in the Swingman Classic is just thrilled to have your participation and you as involved as you've been. Thank you for the time today. We'll all be watching tonight. Have a great time.
Okay, thank you, Matt.